Yeah, a jig. A jig is a rig. That's another Doug Stange quote. If you were to take a Carolina rig and shorten the leader all the way up to the weight, in effect, you would have a jig. Whereas a jig is more efficient because you can put the weight on the hook. And so you make a very efficient unit here. And I've caught fish up there on the Tennessee River with these jigs, and they've done pretty well. And the good thing is, like with my hand line, I don't have any extra swivels or anything. It's just a hand line. And of course, you know I like going to fly line with my hand lines, just because it's easier on the hands. But this rig, compared to the other one, is about as simple as it gets compared to the three-way rig you saw me talking about last week. So we've gone from one sort of extreme to another. One that's much more complicated. This is a whole lot simpler. No swivels, no nothing. It's just a jig. The problem with big jigs like this, these sort of saltwater type jigs, is that the more weight you put on here, you're having to lengthen the shaft, and you're putting more weight. That means more leverage for the fish. You know, if this is the mouth of the fish, and he clamps down, that fish has more leverage to wiggle that hook out over time. And so you need to kind of land them quickly. This is a 2-ounce jig. Once you get up above 2 ounces, it becomes not an advantage to use a jig. You're just better off just using a Carolina rig with a short leader, you know. So, but a jig is, in fact, can be used like a rig. Where this banana jig works well is when you're on the rocks down there below the dam. That hits first and can pull up over, and it's a little bit better, more resistance on the rocks, a little bit less likely to hang up. Okay, and that's why I like a jig. Sometimes it's just vertical jigging, just like crappie fishermen do, but sometimes I do it for catfishing, you know, below the dam. It works. And this is by far my favorite sort of jig, the banana jig. It generally wants to sit level. The camera's always reversed, right? When it hits the rocks, but it always wants to slip up through like that. You see what I'm saying? It wants to pull up through. So the hook is like that. And I like these jigs. I've been toying around with them. Still need to do a little bit more testing before I put them on the website. But if any of you are interested in these, just ask me about it in the comments below. But a jig is and can be used as a rig. Just another tool in the arsenal to get out there and catch them.